And hello everyone, welcome to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos. And with a, this will be starting the 5.3 MSQ, time to wrap up Shadowbringers and then do the initial quest to do the transition over into the final part of Eden, but then we can get into that stuff after we do 5.3 MSQ. If you like what you see at any point, please like, share, and subscribe. On YouTube, give me a follow on Twitch, hit the notification bells. It may be a small thing to you, but it does help out the channels both on Twitch and on YouTube as well. Every little bit is appreciated, and thank you very much if you do so. And first, let's just make certain that I've got... Yeah, so hopefully the audio is working. Okay, it looks like it is. Just needing to double check things because my OBS is just sometimes going crazy. The mic settings seems to hopefully be working from what I can see. The audio also kind of works. Let me just do a slight change and go to Lemsa and see. Okay, yeah. It looks like it's working, so okay, back to the Crystarium. Yeah, it's nighttime. I know I like to do stuff during daytime if possible, but yeah. Day-night cycles don't always work out, so... Let's see, nighttime, go to the pendants. I would do all this testing of audio and mic and stuff before going live, but again, OBS has done weird things with the Stream Elements. OBS has done weird things with the settings. It won't save recordings now. I have no idea why. So I just kind of take it on faith for the moment and test things out live, because that's all I can do. In any event, let's get down enough of my troubles with tech issues on to 5.3. In the name of the light, the manager of suites is looking a little anxious. Ah, Master Tia. Oh, will you be venturing forth today? Do be sure to take care if so, though they say the star shower was harmless, one can never be too careful. But I concede it is not for me to tell the warrior of darkness how to look after himself. Old habits, you understand. Ah, Myrokos, how very opportune. Oh, Morin. Oh, Morin, not Morwen. Morwen's over in Yulmore. Greetings, my friend. Do you perchance have a moment to spare? Wonderful, wonderful. I wanted to thank you, you see, for revealing to us the truth of the Warriors of Light. After all these years, your tale set the record straight. Finally, the people see them as the great heroes they were. or the great hero he is in the case of Ardbert. You two were you too were surprised to see him, I think. Yep. At the time, I was not certain what to make of it all, but I could see the effect his words had on those around me, and then the stars rained down from the sky, and, well, you know the rest. Yep. When the commotion died down, you were nowhere to be seen, but I was determined to express my gratitude, and so here I am. Thank you, Myrokos, for giving voice to the truth and restoring the Warriors of Light to their rightful place in history. Should you perhaps wish to have your account of these matters committed to writing, I would be more than willing to serve as your scribe. Indeed, if there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only say the word. What can you tell me about the Warriors of Light? Very well. Tell me what the situation is like in the city. And let's go for the first one. Let's start with what he knows. I beg your pardon. You wish to ask me about the Warriors of Light? Forgive me, but I dare say you already know more about them than any living soul, save for Ardbert himself, of course. Unless you refer to the Warriors of Light more broadly. If so, I may yet be able to assist you in some small way. Excellent. I shall return to the cabinet at once and look up the relevant texts. Pray join me at your earliest convenience. No rest for the righteous, it would seem. Do not let me keep you, sir. I bid you a pleasant day. Okay, let me just do a check. Okay, I've got 48 minutes until that starts up. Or rather until my retainers are back from their venture. Need to speak with Morin. But can I find any of the other NPCs? I thought I saw Alize. I know I need to do the role quests as well. I'll do those separately. Oh, I thought I saw Alize around here. It worries me at times how easily the people accept the momentous and the horrific, but perhaps anyone who has spent their life looking up to find a reminder of the world, find a reminder that the world is on the brink of destruction would be the same. And their resilience is a good thing. It gives me hope when I look at Halric and the others. Yeah. I honestly don't know how to get up there. I tried jumping, but either I missed or it's just not possible to jump from that high up. Yeah. I wonder if any of the others are around. Let me know. I don't recall seeing anyone at Sprigirix. You know, the last time I was in there, none of the scions were there. I would not expect Alpha No, the Crystal Exarch, or I guess Ishtola. No, Ishtola is still in Anamnesis Anadur, so she's not available. I think Arianje is helping with the research as well for getting everyone back. Ah, Myrokos, excellent timing. I have but this moment finished gathering the materials for our lesson. As a great many works make reference to the Warriors of Light, I shall, with your permission, focus only upon the details that seem most relevant. Fair enough? The Warriors of Light, you say? Forgive us, but we couldn't help overhearing. Oh, so there's Alphino. Found a break in his research, yes. We've been out keeping watch over the Crystarium, but it appears to be business as usual. So I thought I'd spend some time brushing up on my knowledge of familiars, and Alphino volunteered to help. Oh, and there's Rain. I actually came on a different errand, but I'd be interested in hearing about the Warriors of Light as well. May I join? Of course, of course. The more the merrier. If you would care to find a table below, I shall be down with the books in a moment. Oh yeah, Reen wanted to help out in the city. Yeah, but I don't know where she went. I thought Alphino was helping with research. Maybe I was wrong. We're one to pore over the annals of Vrantic history. I guess it's Norvrant. Vrantic history. One would note the comparatively frequent recurrence of individuals hailed as warriors of light. Ardbert and his comrades require no introduction, but many others bore the epithet long before them. To name but a few, there was Tolthewil, the legendary first knight of Lakeland, Rodfert, and Solard, the fabled Dron and Galgant duo of Verbert. And no list of frantic heroes would be complete without the Archmage Tiuna of Ronka. In older texts, she too was called a warrior of light. It did surprise me how ready people were to forget the negative associations of the title, but it makes sense if it's been around for centuries. Verily, in ages past, it was simply a synonym for hero. In the wake of the flood, however, light came to be regarded with fear, the title used not to exalt, but to revile. A far cry from its beginnings. Final Fantasy I reference. This, my good friends, is Nordrund's oldest epic, the original tale of the struggle between good and evil. In a time when all lay shrouded in darkness, a prophesied hero rose to deliver the world from its doom. Fighting in the name of the light, the hero styled himself its foot soldier, and thus did he come to be known as the Warrior of Light. The Warrior of Light. Curiously, in the centuries that followed, other heroes appeared who claimed the selfsame epithet, despite sharing no discernible connection with their predecessors. And in time, Warrior of Light became a name accorded to all men and women of uncommon skill and valor. Huh. Well, the plot thickens. As you know, the title Warrior of Light is also used in the source. Though the manners in which individuals have earned it are many and varied, heroes have been honored thus since antiquity. Nor does the custom show any sign of dying out, as you can well attest. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? It surely can't be a coincidence. Indeed not. Let us imagine a man who has awakened to the echo and is able to hear Heidelin's voice. As she styles him, so too does he style himself, a warrior of light. Of course, being blessed with the echo does not in itself make one a hero, and conversely, there will have been no few heroes who were not blessed with it. But such distinctions are immaterial to the masses, and over time they came to use the title Warrior of Light and the word hero interchangeably. Sounds about right. It would be interesting to see if the theory holds true in other worlds, if crossing the rift were that easy. Heidelin did call me a warrior of light. What's in a name? It doesn't change anything, and there I was thinking I was special. She did? I've never heard her voice myself. But I can feel her presence, perhaps through Minfilia. At any rate, assuming all this is true, there's a common thread behind the epithet. I doubt the Ascians will have been amused. To have the world at large associate light, and by extension Heidelin, with good must have added insult to injury, certainly in their minds. Oh no, Morin is a little lost. While this discussion is undeniably fascinating, I wonder, should I be privy to it? Mayhap it would be better if I excused myself. Oh, no need for that, my friend. Pray accept our apologies. Your lesson on the Warriors of Light has given us much to ponder. Oh, did someone say Warriors of Light? A little girl's voice. Wah! Did I hear a pile of books? Yep, books falling all over. Oh dear. Rikitio, are you alright? Ah, my precious tomes. Did they not say you must take care in the cabinet? You too, Arkil. Irwell. Or Irwell. We're sorry, Master Moran. Aren't you? Hmm? Oh wait, is Arkil, isn't he the kid who came to us at the end of 5.0? The Warrior of Darkness? My name is Rikitio, and I want to help everyone. Oh, that's nice. Please, tell me what I have to do to be a hero, to be a warrior of light. Oh dear. I feel like we'll never get back to that story lesson. Even children want to become warriors of light. No harm done to the children, at least. Setting aside our misgivings, it would seem churlish to discourage the young lady. Let's hear what she has to say. The children's inquisitiveness is to be commended, but my precious tomes. We're sorry we knocked over the box. Do you remember me? I knew this was the kid that came to us. When you returned from the sea with the Exarch, I asked you how you became so strong. Yep. So I want to be a warrior of light, but but not one that fights with a sword and all that. No, I want to be the kind that fights with potions and heals people. An apothecary. Oh, is this a clue to the chemist job? Huh. And I'm going to help everyone in the Crystarium. No, in all of Norvrant. When I told our Kill and Irewell this, they said that the cabinet should have lots of tomes about potions. But this place is so big and we don't have the faintest idea where to begin searching. At this rate, I'm not going to get anywhere. If one knew where to look, one should indeed be able to find treatises on potions here. Even so, I fear they may prove a little difficult for one so young, but Esteemed Warrior of Darkness, perhaps you might accompany young Rikitio to Spregurix. Rather than through tomes, I believe she stands to learn more by observing the chirurgeons at work. Sounds like a plan. It seems we finished here, so we'll come with you. Last one to Spregurix is a rotten egg. I'll go, but only for a little while. I don't have time for this. They're kids. Ha! I'll have you know I'm really fast. You're going to be the rotten egg. And off they go. I shall remain here and tidy up. I hope that today's lesson will be of some use to you. Would that it could have finished. But oh well. Alright, okay, sorry. Why spend Gale teleporting when I can just go to the Ethernet shard? Well, everyone else made it. It appears there aren't so many patients at the moment. I only pray that such peaceful days continue. After you finished helping Riki, can you help us become warriors of light too? Chesameel's medicines work really well. I just wish they didn't taste so bad. A warrior who fights with potions. It's certainly innovative. I prefer a blade myself, but to each her own. See how our eyes shine, my friend? We have made her day. Asking machination or no, it wouldn't do to dash the dreams of one so young. The Exarch would feel the same, I believe. Right, I'm here. What do I do? What do I do? Well now, to what do we owe the pleasure of so many bright-eyed visitors? Is that the way of it, sweetie? You wish to learn about medicine? That's right. I want to become a warrior of light who uses potions to help people all over the world. Well, that's a very noble endeavor, and you aren't alone in it. No few at our infirmary yearn to venture forth as warriors of light. But ultimately, they have all decided not to pursue that dream. Huh? Why? Because the people here need them too, sweetie. The guards who place themselves in harm's way to keep us safe, the artisans who toil tirelessly that we might sustain our way of life, and younglings like you who are the future of the Crystarium. They couldn't simply abandon them, you see, and so difficult though it was, they made the decision to remain. Then, does that mean my dream isn't any good? Oh, sweetie, yours is a wonderful dream, and it would be my pleasure to help you pursue it. If we all work hard, the day will come when our courage may set forth to aid folk in every corner of the realm. As we strive towards that day, I hope that we can rely upon you as well, though I must warn you, ours is not an easy path. No, you must work very, very hard. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll become the best apothecary ever. Just you watch. That's the spirit. Without further ado then, may I entrust you with a task? I have placed an order at Sweet Sieve for a potion ingredient, and I would like you to go and collect it. Ooh, an ingredient. Leave it to me, miss. My, such an abundance of energy, but I can't help but wonder if she'll be alright by herself. My apologies, but would you mind accompanying her? When you arrive at Sweet Sieve, speak with a woman named Gracine, and she will point you in the right direction. I shall join you. As the one who suggested this course to Rikitio, I would assist in her first steps. And what about the two of you? Are you coming along too? Well, we do want to become warriors of light, just not the same as Riki. So we'll wait for you here, Warrior of Darkness. When you return, please teach us how to fight. Oh dear. In that case, Irene and I shall keep them company and take the opportunity to ask about their aspirations. if it's to be had at Sweet Sieve, Sweet Sieve, I assume the ingredient is some manner of crop. Too many grown-ups would only diminish Rikito's sense of accomplishment. We'll stay here and talk to her friends. We won't move an elm until you return. We know you're busy, but we want to be just like you. We hope you'll teach us how. Thank you, sweetie. I feel better knowing that you're keeping an eye on Rikito. Okay. Okay, so just walk out the front since there's no the sprinkler that also provides concentrated light. That's interesting. If it isn't the Warrior of Darkness himself, may I assume you are here with Master Alphino? Yep. Right. Lest you wonder, Chesaneel's order is for grapes. As busy as we have been of late, however, I regret to say that we didn't have the time to harvest them. So it was with apologies that I asked Master Alphino and his young companion to help themselves to the fruits on the vine. Perhaps you could lend them a hand? It's the undersized grapes you'll want to pick. They're too small for normal consumption, but suitable for making wine and medicine. Are these small enough? Yes, a grape quest. There you are. As it turns out, the ingredient still wants for harvesting, so we are about going about that now. Yep. I've harvested all the undersized grapes I could find here. How goes the picking effort? Well, I got my share. Oh, you're here too? We're picking little grapes. It's quite fun. Though too small for normal consumption, these grapes are suitable for making wine and medicine. Wow, you've picked this many already? Amazing! I dare say we have enough between us. Shall we take them back to Chesaneel? I can't wait to see what she's going to do with them. Tell me, Riki, what made you want to become an apothecary and a warrior of light? Why? Why? Well, a while ago I fell sick, really sick. My body was burning up and I felt so weak I couldn't even get out of bed. Then a traveling apothecary came and gave me a potion to drink. It was the foulest thing I'd ever tasted, but it made me get better. She was so brave, the apothecary, I mean. She went around taking care of people, and when it was even when it was dangerous, and I decided I wanted to help people just like her. So I started brewing potions out of grass and giving them to my friends, but I didn't really know what I was doing or if there was anything else I could do. Then, not long ago, a neighbor told me he was going to become a warrior of light and go traveling the world helping people. And I thought, that's the same as I want to do. I see. Out of curiosity, what did your neighbor do in the end? Taylor? Oh, Taylor! I haven't seen him for a bit, so he must already be out there looking for people to help. Taylor? One of the guards awakened by the star shower. Thank you for sharing your tale with us, Rikitio. I myself took inspiration from one not unlike your traveling apothecary, and I hope her good example will spur you on to realize your dreams. But it will not be done in a day. Such lofty goals are reached through hard work and persistence, through countless little acts of heroism, like delivering the grapes to Chesamil. It would seem I have been laboring under a misapprehension. I had convinced myself that it was Elidibus who had sowed the desire to become warriors of light within the hearts of the people. But I see now that the impulse to aid their fellow man abided within them from the first. Elidibus did no more than give it a name. As he so kindly proclaimed, we must return to our own world ere long. With the Exarch laboring tirelessly, I doubt not that a way will be found. Yet I believe I speak for us all when I say I cannot leave in good conscience, not until we have dealt with Elidibus. This is no longer a strange and distant land after all. Norvant has become a home to us, and her people our own. Yep. I'm gonna miss the Crystarium. Let us return to Spregirax. It wouldn't do to keep your admirers waiting. My apologies again for failing to have the grapes ready. Next time, please let us treat you to the pick of the crop. It's no trouble. Sometimes you gotta do it yourself. In fact, actually, it was probably better for Riki to do it herself. It builds character. It helps give her an idea of what to do. Rikitio was beaming with pride when she returned. It may only have been a simple task, but she won't soon forget this achievement. Huzzah, you're back. We're ready to start learning. Ricky didn't make you drink one of her grass potions, did she? After chatting with Arkil and Irwell, here we came to an agreement, but I'll let them explain their request themselves. Rikitio has delivered her grapes, as have I. Thanks for helping me with the grapes, Warrior of Darkness. In return, I promise to brew you a potion one day. My thanks for your kind help, sweetie. We now have all the ingredients we require. From the grapes, we shall make a vinegar to which we will add elf grass and a few other herbs to produce an invigorating syrup. Though it's unspeakably sour, it does wonders for the constitution. As part of her studies, I may just have to give Rikitio a little taste. Hehe. Thanks for bringing this lively little one to us. I shall do my best to make an apothecary out of her. Okay. So nobody's got any additional stuff. Okay, heroic dreams. Irewell regards you expectantly. And we get foods. Pickled herring, Moore's honey croissant. Warrior of Darkness, if you finished helping Riki, won't you show us some fighting? Not play fighting, but honest to God's fighting. We already have some enemies that you can deal with. Vampire bats. The guards say they've become a pest around the Crystarium of late. We tried to sneak outside to hunt them, but the guards caught us and sent us home. But they shouldn't mind if you were doing the fighting and we were just watching. The children told us as much while you were away, and in preparation, Chesamil kindly furnished us with some lures for the bats. While the creatures won't give you any sport, bearing in mind that the younglings will be watching, that is to say, put on a good show, yes? Right, let's head outside at once. Everyone, follow me. Alize, wait just a... Come on then, children. I shall remain here with Rikitio. The other children I leave in your care, my unruly sister included. Oh, the usual... What? Everyone's going outside to see you fight? I want to watch too. But no, I have to study. I'll stay and help Cheshire make the syrup. Be careful out there, yes, but if you can't be careful, you can always come back here. Yep. I know I need to do the level 80 dungeons. I may do that at a suitable break point. We'll come back and do it. I definitely want to... If there's a dungeon here in the Crystarium, I definitely want to do that. It should be safe enough for the children here. Oh, who's this? Level 80 Reaper, okay. No, I want to click on our kill. We've heard the tales, but at last we can see you fight with our own eyes. We've been waiting for you, Warrior of Darkness. Everyone's here? Good, let's get started, shall we? As their name suggests, vampire bats feed on blood, and originally being nocturnal creatures, they've grown more active with the return of night and become a nuisance. To draw them out, we'll use Chesameel's lures, which work by exploiting their heat-seeking behavior. The bats are wont to nest under eaves, so you are like to attract more if you place the lures near buildings. Oh, why do I get the feeling this is going to be similar to that Stormblood quest where we had to gather a number of bits of meat, and we were competing with oh goodness me, I'm spacing out on his name, with coming in with this, Lord Kian. Yeah. I have a feeling it's gonna be that. I have 6 lures. Here's 6 lures. 3 each for you and me as proof of a successful kill. I want you to gather up their fangs. Whoever collects the most is the winner. Oh, you're hunting too? Yes, well, there's nothing, well, yes, well, there's nothing like friendly competition to bring out the best in Myrokos. Anyway, while we hunt the bats, you two are to stay with Rain. She's really strong too. She will keep you safe. Without further ado, let the contest begin. Don't mind us, we'll be watching from a safe distance. So the bats nest under the eaves. It's important to know your enemy. I won't blink, not even once. Okay, so under eaves. Under eaves, the building. Let's see, that's a, okay, I want system configuration. Yeah, so some mounts work better than others, so we have a tree. We have... They said the eaves of buildings. I don't know how they're supposed to, see me all the way over here. And then let's see, there's... Oh, and there's one... Oh, I think I want to go up there. And another set of trees. But the quest text said buildings, so let's just do that comparison. Let's see, that one is close to a building, but not. Well, if this isn't as close to a building as I can get, I don't know what is. Oh, I got 3. This is why you pay attention to the quest text. Because of that should be 3. There, See, the bridges is a set of structures that's somewhat close. This one here is not really close to anything, nor is this. Where's Alizé? This is somewhat close in proximity, but I'm not. It's close, but it's not that close. Let's. I mean, this one's close to a lamppost, to be sure, but not really. A lamppost isn't really a building. Yeah, I wonder where Alizé is, because we did run into Hien. Okay, so this one's close to buildings. It's finally closer. Let's, I suppose nothing for it but to give it a shot. Ooh, yes. But I guess that is close enough. So that should be 6. So if that is close enough, this could work as 1. Let me just go back over here and do a check. Because on the map it's close, but is it close enough? I mean, yeah, that's a bit of a distance. Perhaps a bit too far. Then again, it could work. For a second there, that looked like it may have once been a building, but that was just a rock formation. I mean, that one's near a lamppost, but that's not going to yield very much. It's not a building. That's the key word here. Only one left. Okay, 2. So how are the kids supposed to see me when I'm all the way over, when they're all the way back there? So that should be 6, 7, 8. Would that I could have gotten a third one, but oh well. Wow, that was amazing. Bats didn't stand a chance. Well fought, Myrokos. The children were hanging on your every move. As was I, to be honest, though I know the tally. May I see your fangs for good measure? Or did I win, or did I not win? It should be 1, 6, 7, 8. Apologies for the wait. My fangs, not a bad haul, even if I do say so myself. Five, 6, 7. 7 fangs from Alize. Which means that victory goes to Myrokos, who collected 8th. Bah, seems you found the better spots for the lures. I would be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed, but you're still within reach. I'll get the better of you next time. So, children, now you've seen the Warrior of Darkness in action. What are your impressions? He's incredible, miss. The bats were down before they knew it. Our guards are strong, but the Warrior of Darkness is much, much stronger. We want to be just like him. Good. If you're looking for an example to emulate, you may as well pick the best. I want you to remember how you felt when you watched Myrokos and train hard. Keep at it for long enough and you'll be strong too. If you don't mind telling us, when did you decide you wanted to become Warriors of Light? Well, we were there listening with everyone when Ardbert appeared, but I've wanted to be strong since before I came to the Crystarium. The Sin Eaters killed my father and my sister C, and I promised myself I'd learn how to protect people one day. Like Ardbert said, this is our home. We're the ones who have to protect it. We're the ones who have to rise up as new Warriors of Light. What about you, Arkil? Me? To be honest, I'm still not sure what I want to do. But if my friends were in trouble, I know that I'd want to help them. And I want to go on adventures with them, see the world together. That's a wonderful goal. You really think so? It's hard to explain, but it's something I felt when I saw the star shower the other day. Felt as though there was something I'd lost and that I had to go out there and find it. Well, for the both of you, there's nothing for it but to train. When we return to the city, I'll teach you some exercises you can do by yourself. Thanks for showing us your fighting skills, Warrior of Darkness. We'll never forget it. I understand how our kill feels. The star shower didn't awaken me to Heidelin's voice, but that vision of the final days of Amarant burning. It filled me with sadness to the very pit of my being. Things I once knew, people I once loved, promises I once made. It felt as though long-forgotten memories were dancing at the edges of my mind. But when I try to focus on them, they simply fade away. An effect of having a fractured soul, I shouldn't doubt, but lest you worry, I'm perfectly happy to remain fractured and have no intention of donning an Ascian mask. I just wish we knew what Elidibus was plotting. Ha! But look at this pair of incurable brooders. If we're going to stand around lost in thought, we may as well do it back in the city. Rest assured, Reen and I will take the children from here. Their heads will be in the clouds after meeting you, but we'll see to it their feet remain firmly on the ground. Uh-oh. That wasn't good. It's nothing, just a dizzy spell. Seems I tried a little too hard to beat you. I'm fine now, not to worry, I'll see you soon. As you ponder Alize's words, you are taken by an urge to revisit the scene of that fateful meeting. Okay, I would assume that this one's more of a jump down and you have to land it absolutely perfectly. Yeah, I doubt I'd make it from there.
Was it you who called me here?
Uh-oh, Echo Vision. Let's see, red. The mask I seem to be wearing was completely black, and yet this looks red, 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 red. Oh, that's the black one, so I guess that's us back there. I assume by the color.
So you peered into my memories. No matter. You will have found little of import. But I see you intended to summon me here no more than I intended to come. The fault is mine. Such is the burden of hope.
Give back Ardbird's body. Why must you embroil the people in your plans? What are you plotting? Give back Ardbird's body. Why must you embroil the people in your plans? He's never going to answer this one. I'm kind of curious as to why he wants to make Warriors of Light.
I merely avail myself of such tools as I require for the conflict to come. That which I do is no different from that which you have done so many times, Warrior of Darkness. I arm myself, I hone my skills, I make ready to vanquish my enemy. You. You who have murdered my brothers, who have taken their selfless labors in service to the one true world and turned them to ash. I see you for what you are. You are death. And only in death shall you serve any purpose. The Convocation charged me to steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. As Elidibus, it is my duty, and I shall see it done. I will strike you down. Destroy you body and soul. All else must wait. Ere long I will come for you, Warrior of Darkness. And I will save the world. One last matter. I bore witness to your final struggle with MSQ. It seemed as if he saw something familiar in you. as if he mistook you for another.
Ithildeus called me his new best friend, yeah.
No, I recall not of whom he spoke. Mayhap I never knew you, or mayhap it is another fragment lost.
Ah, I wasn't aware you already had a guest. If the conversation is constructive, I shall not intrude. But if you seek to stir up trouble, Elidibus, then I must insist you leave at once.
No.
Though you lack her blessing, your soul is surprisingly dense.
Worry not. I seem to be unharmed. This is my own doing. The consequence of my recent exertions. It is the Tower's way of compensating me for the demands I have placed on it. Rest assured, it is no great inconvenience at present. Indeed, I told Beck Lug as much, but they would not be persuaded and sent me away to rest. No need to make a fuss. Strange as it may sound, I consider it something of a badge of honor. One of the brave souls who saw me delivered unto the first once said that the world shall ever have a place for tales of heroism so long as we have need of inspiration in our lives. Though he and his fellows had no way of knowing whether their mad scheme would amount to anything, they knew that the attempt alone would inspire hope. Or so they hoped. A more optimistic lot one would be hard-pressed to find. They said they would find a means to save our God's forsaken world, just as soon as they had sent me on my way. Said it with such confidence that, for a fleeting moment, I half believed them. Such faith, such courage in the face of unrelenting despair. For a long time, it was more than I could bear to remember them. But having come this far, having sent full many on their way myself, I see things more clearly. To take action is to hope. To believe, to choose to believe, is to take the first step towards a brighter future. And why do I tell you this? Because I want you to indulge me in a little recklessness. Needless to say, I have a plan. And when all is said and done, I will ask yet another favor of you.
You're both here. Oh, thank goodness.
What's wrong?
It's Thancred. He's collapsed.
Uh-oh. I'm so glad I found both you and the Exarch. The fates seem determined not to allow us a quiet moment, but come, let us have the details from Reen. The rest of our conversation must wait. Let us hear the situation from Reen. Fraying threads. This looks like the Rising Stones. Okay, Reen's face is a picture of worry. It happened after Alice and I saw the children back to Spigyrix. We chanced to meet Thancred there, returning from his mission. He'd been shadowing Elidibus around the realm, only to lose sight of him near the Crystarium. And he was in the middle telling us where he'd been when he just crumpled to the ground. The Karagians are looking after him now, with Alphino standing by, just in case his healing magics are needed. Since I couldn't do anything to help, I thought it best to find you and the guard at the etc. Told me where to look. I see. It cannot have been easy leaving Thancred's side. My thanks for bearing word to us. Come, let us hurry to Spigyrix. Wait, did they seriously just walk this way? Presumably to jump? Like, yes? Oh no, wait, there's stairs there for a second there. I thought that, oh, they jumped. Yeah. Definitely not enough. But it was worth a try. The infirmary is at your disposal. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to let us know. Okay, I fear this bodes ill, and not just for Thancred. Reen found you then. We had to send the children off earlier than planned, but they understood. Thancred, shouldn't you be resting? It appears our friend has already awakened. For that, at least, we can be thankful. They dragged you here too, did they? Oh no! Okay. Embarrassed, but otherwise well enough. I won't be staying overnight. This episode was not the result of any injury I could find. Thancred's ether, however, did show signs of instability, and I did what I could to calm the fluctuations. And all this happened without warning? Not exactly. You will doubtless recall the time Ariandre nearly drowned and I gallantly went to his rescue. When his water-walking charm failed, he was tired, as were you when you got back. We were both spent, yes, on account of which you begged us to rest, which in retrospect may have been a good idea. The fact is, I've been experiencing regular bouts of lightheadedness ever since, but there was no actual fainting until now. That sounds like what Alize is starting to have. As Alphino observed, I have no lingering injuries, and it most assuredly isn't old age, which leaves but one likely cause. The link between body and soul has weakened further. Time grows short. We must complete the spirit vessel with all haste. To that end, Myrokos, might I trouble you to make a trip to the source? In addition to looking in on our friends' bodies, I would have you consult Kryl about our plan. If she has any concerns, you should at least endeavor to address them prior to proceeding. In the meantime, we should get back to laying bare Elidibus's plot. Thus far, I have learned this much, that in each of the places he has visited, there have been sightings of suspicious black-clad strangers. Moreover, the coming of these shady individuals has invariably coincided with some manner of misfortune, beasts terrorizing settlements, blight ravaging crops. You know, the sort of thing. All of which serves rather conveniently to make Elidibus's call for new heroes reverberate that much more loudly in the hearts of his audience. And you think these black-clad strangers are Ascians? I do, and I fully intend to investigate further, though for that I shall require additional feet on the ground. You can count on mine. Gods know I've been itching to get out there for a while. Mayhap Ariange too can be prevailed upon to join in your efforts. He has already provided copious guidance in the matter of the spirit vessel's construction. It is for Becklug and I to wrestle with the rest. Well, if you can spare the old boy, maybe, we may as well make use of him. I'll go and give him the good news. You'll do no such thing. However heedless you are of your own well-being, if you care at all for Reen's feelings, you'll stay in bed until you're needed. Alphino and I will find Ariange. All being well, we will have news to share by the time you return. Safe travels, Myrokos. I know you cross the rift all the time, but please take care. Lest you misunderstand, I'm not averse to putting my feet up. It's being coddled like a brittle-boned non-Nigerian that chafes. We might as well just teleport straight to Mordana. Time being of the essence, and all that. Myrokos, what excellent, awful timing. You see, our friends, they've taken a turn for the worse. Kryl's hardly had a moment's rest these past few days. She didn't want everyone to worry, so we've been keeping it quiet. Oh, but listen to me. I call myself a receptionist and I haven't even bothered to ask you why you're here. So they think the spirit vessel will be ready soon? And they want to make sure there are no problems at this end. You'd better talk to Kryl. She's with the others in Dawn's respite. Let's go and see her. Just prepare yourself, all right? Dawn's respite is through that door. Lead the way when you're ready.
Excuse us. This way. I would rather you hadn't seen this.
I'm sorry. We have urgent tidings.
Oh, no, I'm not angry with you. On the contrary. I know full well how hard everyone has been searching for a way to return home. And I had hoped to afford you the time you needed. But given our friend's present state, perhaps it was for the best that you came. Stiff and cold, all of them, as if they were made of wax. Barely alive at all. And they had been doing so well. Save for occasional signs of etheric instability, they appeared to be in passable health. Then, quite without warning, things took a turn for the worse. A change for which even Master Matoya could offer no explanation. She could only remind me that the soul is yet an unknown frontier, and that much and more lies beyond our ken. But let's not lose heart just yet. At times like these, it is all the more important that we remain positive. Why? I but this moment succeeded in quelling a fluctuation in Thancred's ether. And while the others have weakened, they have remained relatively stable. I believe I may leave my post for a moment. So come, let me hear your tale outside.
Is that a Stola in the back there? As you probably noticed, we've put them in night clothes. I know they're not exactly asleep, but it seems like the right thing to do. I've made them some new clothes for when they wake up, so they have to come back, and they will. Oh, she's made them new outfits. What news from the first? I wonder what those outfits will look like. I see. Work on the spirit vessel proceeds apace, but our friends begin to falter. As they themselves have observed, the link between body and soul has weakened. It's as simple as that. For now, I'm still able to quell the fluctuations in their ether, but it's only a matter of time. We'll lose them if we don't act soon, so if the Exarch is ready to attempt something, let him attempt it. As for the spirit vessel itself, if we seek to draw upon Allegan wisdom, we could do worse than consult an expert in the field. And I think I know just the man. Time being against us, it may be best if I go and solicit his aid in person, even if it does mean leaving my patients. Oh, so that's... Okay, so that was gear. Whoops, I thought that was, okay. You've come a long way, so do take your ease while you can. Okay, yeah, gear... Yeah, and so this is left side gear. Food for the soul. Judging by her sheepish expression, Tataru has a favor to ask. Myrokos, could you spare a moment while Kryl goes and finds this expert of hers? I mean, there's a gift I was hoping to send to our friends in the first, you see, and since we might be waiting a while, I wondered if you wouldn't mind giving me a hand with it. My first attempt turned out well, so now I'm going to make it properly. I'll be in the kitchen at the House of Splendors. Meet me there. Well, I'd better be off too. I shall see you soon, either here or at the house, depending on how our patients fare in my absence. With the kitchens. She's taking up cooking, then. Okay. I know there are a ton of level 50 dungeons that I need to unlock. Oh, she's the chef. You did take up cooking. Oh, I miss Higiri. Yeah, Higiri would be up here learning. I think I saw her one time. There you are, Myrokos. As I'm sure you've guessed, the gift is a bit of home cooking. Unlike Kakrile, I can't do much to help our friends directly, but that doesn't mean I've been idle. No, I've been doing my best for the Order, taking on this job and that to keep our coffers full. I've even helped out with the Ishgardian restoration. And in the course of all this, my culinary skills have come on quite a bit. So I thought, why not make something for our friends? It's baking in the oven even as we speak. Shouldn't be long now. And she's helped with the restoration? Okay. Not again. Okay, so there it is, and it's bread. It's bread, smells great. Your cake looks like bread. It's bread. But not just any old bread. This here is old world bread. Archon loaf, to be precise. It's what they eat over in Sharlayan. Simple fare, I admit, but I thought it would remind our friends of home. If nothing else, Crown tells me it's a good source of ether. So it should lend them a bit of strength, at least. There's truly nothing like the smell of bread fresh from the oven. Cryle, and if it isn't Rambros too. I had a feeling it would be Rambros. The Tunic of Ermine. Oh, I just noticed that. I trust you require no introductions either, Myrokos? Nope. Greetings, my friend. Full glad am I to see you well. I confess I have a long list of questions to ask you, but I will endeavor to contain my curiosity for the present. I understand our mutual friend is struggling with the application of certain Allagan technologies. I've been keeping Rambros apprised of events in the First. Suffice it to say, he knows about the Exarch. If anyone alive can provide insight into this matter, it is him and his fellow sons. And loath as I am to disappoint you after so glowing an endorsement, memory transference was the sole province of Allagan royalty, its mechanisms closely guarded secrets. If any records of them remain, we have yet to find it. To which I regret I can offer no solutions to your problem. Which begs the question of why I bothered to come here, empty-handed as I am, the answer being rather brazenly to ask a favor. I would have you relay a message to our comrade. Tell him that we never doubted him. Never doubted that he would achieve all that he said he would. Those of us who remained behind have yet to play our part. But when the time comes, he may rest easy in the knowledge that we will most assuredly do so. And then the tower shall shine once more as a beacon of hope in this world and beyond. So tell him that we consider his duty done and that he should follow his heart now. Forgive me, but did you say this to discourage him from overexerting himself or to encourage him to hold nothing back? That is for our friend to decide, but either way, I dare say a certain someone will be unimpressed. Well, there you have it, Myrokos. If you would be so good as to see Rambros' message and Tataru's bread to their intended recipients, along with my report, of course. Cryle, before I wrap the bread up, would you mind giving me a try? Not giving me a try, giving it a try, just to make sure everything's as it should be. But of course, I'm always happy to lend my taste buds. Give me a try. Excuse me, Rambros. As a fellow Charlene, I may trouble you for your opinion. Well, I usually have mine with a good dollop of Roland Berry jam, but I suppose plain is best for sampling purposes. I see. Oh no, is it that bad? It is indeed, Tataru. Dense and unpleasant. Exactly as it should be. Gahaha, just so. The very taste of home. As you might expect, our countrymen have amassed a wealth of culinary wisdom from every corner of the world, but our native cuisine is, shall we say, a little lacking. In Charlean, the majority regard food as a source of nourishment rather than enjoyment. Save for those few who actually research the culinary arts, we pay little heed to the niceties of taste and texture. It was against such a gastronomic landscape that what is now called the Archon Loaf was born, the creation of an Archon who devoted himself to the study of bodily sustenance. In order to maximize its nutritional value, he incorporated copious quantities of pulverized fish and vegetable matter into the dough, all with nary a care for those qualities which make bread enjoyable. The result is a flavor that continues to defy description. Why do I have a feeling that this is going to be a cooking recipe? Yet, for its many shortcomings, the loaf's nutritional value cannot be denied, and being a damnably convenient way to cater to crater, well, good crater, as in go down, and because it's so dense, to one's bodily needs, it quickly found an audience amongst busy scholars. Why, when I was a lad, nigh every meal was a sandwich made with this very bread and whatever ingredients happened to be on hand. I suspect just about every Archon could say the same. Having been away from home so long, I thought I might have forgotten the taste, but no, it is all too familiar. Ah, how it takes me back. If there is enough, perhaps you can spare some for the Exarch. He is certain to appreciate it. Oh, there's plenty to go around. I'll be sure to wrap up an extra slice. Myrokos, when you deliver the loaf, please be sure to send everyone my regards. Tell them we're doing everything we can and that we'll be praying for their safe return until the moment they get back. Well, it sounds like it'll do them good anyway. And when everything's back to normal, I'll cook something for you too, Myrokos. Gods know you deserve a treat. I'm gonna hold you to that. figure the best way to get back to the Exarch. Ah, your turn. Good, good. There is much to discuss. The others are making their way hither as we speak. Excuse me. Welcome back, my friend. How was your journey? Oh, eventful. And here's some Archon loaf. Created by an Archon who devoted himself to the study of sustenance, this bread infused with pulverized fish and vegetables is extremely nutritious, assuming one can get past the taste. By the 12, Archon loaf. However, did you come by this? I'd swear that it had come straight from Charlan. Yeah, Tataru. Rambros said that, did he? His words aren't very nearly as heavy as the bread, but I appreciate the sentiment. Should you have the chance, you may tell him that he needn't worry. That which I seek to do, I do of my own volition and with all my heart. In pursuing this path, I fully expect him to earn the censure of our friends and to deserve it, but I shall forge on regardless. Forge on as you yourself did when faced with a similar predicament, so I ask that you have faith in me, in what we do. But we were talking about your journey before the others arrive. I would hear how their bodies fare. Oh, and the bread I shall save for later. Though it has been many years, I have not forgotten the feats of mastication required to consume it, nor how unconducive they are to conversation. Is it that chunky? That thick? THICC? Thick?
Forgive the delay.
We have visited every region and confirmed the presence of Ascians throughout the realm.
Lest a grave predicament be made to seem hopeless, it should be noted that they are of inferior rank. The black-masked minions who answer to the red.
Yes, a gaggle of schemers attempting to exploit recent events, to sow the seeds of petty conflict. Fortunately, nothing of any great concern has come of their meddling just yet.
We also encountered a number of the Crystarium's former defenders, busily solving this problem and that in a bid to become warriors of light.
Their zeal is to be applauded. 'Tis but a pity I cannot encourage them on their course.
Not knowing Elidibus set them upon it, no. Both the troubles to be solved and the villains to be vanquished are his doing too, like as not. And so, with apologies to the aspiring warriors of light, I believe it best that we deal with the Ascians quickly and quietly.
I quite agree.
But tell us, what news from the source? How fare our bodies?
Well enough, though time is not on our side. I'm sorry, but things have taken a turn for the worse.
Oh dear. Then we must redouble our efforts. Not that we've ever stinted in that regard.
This would seem an appropriate moment to ask about the spirit vessel. Tell me you've made some progress.
We have, as it happens. One moment.
The red stones. Then this doth mean...
For the benefit of all, permit us to explain. As you will recall, using white auracite as our starting point, we fashioned a vessel for mind and memory both. Yet, though it served this purpose admirably, the process of imbuing it with one's complete essence proved a somewhat thornier proposition. Simply put, the memory would not accompany the mind, and so we looked to the Allegan's mastery of memory transference for a solution.
This approach was not without its own complications, however, relying as it does upon blood, which inanimate objects notably do not possess. We duly explored methods of suffusing the vessel with drops of the aforementioned. Alas, our painstaking experimentation succeeded only in making me feel faint, and singularly failed to imbue the crystal with the necessary properties. It was then that an idea occurred to me, namely that we might fuse the vessel not with normal blood, but with my crystallized essence.
You're doing this for our sakes. So far be it from us to complain. But don't think we haven't noticed what's happening to your arm.
It falls well short of offering up my life in exchange for yours, which was your only stipulated prohibition, as I recall. And it is but a small price to pay for delivering you home.
Assuming it works. We shall soon know if this grisly addition will serve as a suitable conduit for the subject's memory. Though not soon enough to warrant your waiting. The test is like to take a while.
Let us be off then. We have Ascians to attend to, among other things.
Forgive me, but I count 6 vessels, and there are only 5 of us.
One is for testing purposes. I will personally use it to see whether the crystal functions as it should.
And if it does, wouldn't that mean that your soul could also return to the source?
Yes. In theory, at least. But there is a distinct difference between your circumstances and mine. While your corporeal forms want for souls, my past self does not. Mayhap our essences would blend, or mayhap they would curdle. There is no telling what might occur.
And you'd be willing to take that risk?
I would.
I see.
I, for one, support the Exarch. Choice to be alive. Exarch's choice to be alive is to be driven by a purpose, and fewer are as driven as him. It's stupid, but I've never really stopped to think about what would happen once the vessels were complete. And now... No, there is no point. I hope the test is a success. Truly. When our grandfather first decided to journey to Eorzea, Alize did not take kindly to my silence on the subject. Don't pretend to understand things you don't, she said, or rather shouted. Having oft been the object of her scorn, I am predisposed to sympathize with the Exarch, but I do understand how she feels. Better now than ever I did, certainly. I'm sorry, I know it was childish to storm off like that, and probably to feel the way I do as well. Pull yourself together, Alize. Hast thou a moment, Myrokos? I would speak with thee on the matter of the Exarch's mooted return unto the source. Thou wilt have observed that our friend spake not in certainties, yet if Backlog hath the right of it, 'tis possible to predict the outcome of his plan with some confidence, and it is their assessment. Given the opportunity, the Exarch's soul should successfully merge with that of his younger self. Okay, so it should work. Which is not to say that the process is without complications. For one, the Exarch hath been subjected to an additional rejoining, an experience which will have wrought a change in his ethereal composition. And thou thyself didst demonstrate in merging with Ardbert, however, there existeth an affinity twixt like souls, and this doth give us cause to hope. Yet there remaineth one immutable condition upon which success doth hinge. The Exarch must needs recognize his past self as simply that, himself. As our recent travails have demonstrated, memories are essential to the soul. Any discrepancy in the former may feasibly cause the latter to spurn its former flesh. 'Tis a seemingly simple yet complex problem. For nigh on a century our friend hath striven only to deliver this realm, to deliver thee, and to that singular end did he cast aside his very name that he might assume the mantle of Crystal Exarch. Henceforth none can say what choices our friends will make, but I thought it only right that thou be made aware of these truths. Might as well get the casting coffer. Lest there be any doubt, the Exarch hath long been aware of the possibilities he but recently unfolded to us, wherefore he did refrain from sharing them until now, I cannot say. Faded memories. Thancred is eager to get to work. Right then, while the Exarch literally pours his own sweat and blood into his allotted task, it seems only fair that we attend to our own. Dealing with Elidibus and his minions. Just so, and there is one other matter. In light of our deteriorating health, Y'shtola should not be left alone at Anador. Might I trouble you to visit her, Myrokos? See that all is well? I would go myself, but I think she might be safer in the hands of one less prone to collapsing. My thanks. You may leave the Ascians to us. Once they are out of the way, we will retire to Yule Moor. And when Y'shtola has finished plumbing the depths, I'd like the two of you to join us there. If you are bound for Anador, I suggest you go via Ven Montiards. Our friends there will be glad to provide a boat for you. Let us be on our way then. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Wait, I have a gift for you from Tataru. I have a delivery from the source, Kupo, courtesy of one Tataru Taru. You're a long way from home, Moogle, and this is from Tataru, isn't it? Whatever could it be? Archon loaf, thou sayest. Why, even to hear the name doth transport me back to times long past. Bread from another world? May I try some? Mayest thou, child? Thou must. That said, though I personally disagree with the consensus, I do nevertheless advise thee to temper thine expectations. Wiser words have never been uttered. Though it rarely darkened our dining table at home, I can attest that it was standard fare at the studium. Indeed, a slice was never far from our peers' hands. Alphino, you really are an unbearable snob sometimes. Do you know that? What I believe my colleagues are trying to say is that we appreciate the gesture. Tell Tataru we'll do our best to return before she's forced to seek further supplementary employment. Right. Let's be off now. We can find a drink to wash down the bread on the way. He was just left in thought so long that, yeah. Okay, we want to go to right. Oh, and the Talos are here. Nice. A ferryman? Oh no, I'm not going to the Tempest. Okay, so that one there, oh, if it ain't the warrior of darkness himself, what brings you to these parts? Heading out to sea, eh? But of course we'd be happy to help. Just say the word and I'll ready a boat. Uh-oh.
Excellent. I had intended to speak with you alone. None of my doing, lest you misunderstand. The link between her body and soul wavers. I know not what you hoped to find here, but it will avail you naught to learn of our past. It fades. Fades away into oblivion. Does the world no longer have need of me? No. I am Elidipus, and I will fulfill my duty. Sundered though you may be, you fought for the world's salvation. For hope. Hope. Ah, it swells within me, empowers me. Now I may carry out my mission. And yet, why do I yearn for this? Why do I struggle so? I shall take her into my safekeeping. If you want her back, you will do as I ask. Show me your strength. I would take your measure. I have prepared a suitable arena. You need but ride the flow of ether.
Well. Let's see. My gear is repaired. I wish I had gone. Level sync in effect. If you're above the max allowed item level 490, and I am 519. I'd probably be more if I didn't have this 400 item level ring there. Well, nothing for it but to try. Ooh. You are familiar with this place, I believe. This remembered Amarot. Proceed to the capital. I shall return your comrade to you there. Enough of this. I tire of your games. You speak as though you were disappointed in me. Why? I am your enemy, and you mine. Our goals are in conflict, and we are fated to clash. Or had you hoped that feigned sympathy and false understanding would cast your crimes in a less reprehensible light? That I would come to look upon you as a friend? You who have slaughtered my people, who would tear down everything we have built. You do not deny it, then. Very well, let us change the cast of this trial. You will know what you have stolen from us. Hmm? Oh no. But do not imagine I crave remorse, only justice. Oh, what? All too easy, I see, but at least you now understand the rules. Thus we will make our way to the capital. Are you trying to unnerve me? That was in poor taste, even for you. That appearances should unsettle you so. I was under the impression you simply destroyed all who barred your way. Oh, how mistaken you are. Sparing nary a thought to the possibility that your foe could be someone's beloved. But come, we shouldn't dwell on the beginning when so much of your story remains untold. Oh. Minfilia, Moon Burrito, oh man, and Biggs and Wedge. Oh no, oh, the banquet incident. Oh, this'll be, ill-bred.
God damn it.
It seems it will take more than those monsters to leave an impression upon you, or mayhap you simply fail to understand my meaning. Not that it matters. No, I have dealt with countless heroes. Always it ends the same way. No amount of reasoning will bridge our differences. will result in happiness for all, whatever your reasons may be. I cannot be bound by them. I can but put faith in my own beliefs and fight for them with all my being. You're wrong. We can always strive for understanding. For compromise, it seems there's nothing for it but for us to fight. How very naive. If you are willing to compromise on your beliefs, you all but admit that they are flawed. And I assure you I have no intention of compromising on mine. Come what may, I will fulfill my mission as Elidibus. But enough talk. It is not your assertions that I wish to know, but your strength. Oh my. Oh, Horshafa. Oh, Israel and Raceval, okay. How are you enjoying the walk down memory lane? I dare say there will have been a few individuals for whom you harbor deep feelings, whose passing caused you keenest grief. That is what our people are to us. An irreplaceable existence that can ill be lost. I will save them. For they are my... Never mind. We are not here to talk. Let us return to the task at hand. Emperor Solus had... oh boy. We'll definitely need to take care of her.
It is not enough!
The sun cannot be extinguished.
Oh. Ooh. Oh. Damn it.
I cannot fail. Not again.
Oh boy. This is going to be the big one, isn't it? Oh, yeah. My creation appears to have lost its form. It is no easy thing to see through the eyes of a beast such as him. In any event, there is only so much to be learned by taking your measure this way. Let us try something different. We shall continue this within. Oh, and it's 16 minutes? Good heavens. I thought I'd have longer. An impressive show of strength. Oh, more than capable. Such might requires a fairer measure to compare like with like. Yes. I shall just have to test you myself. Come on, Myrokos. Show me what you can do. And 10 minutes to spare.
You have grown stronger since last we fought. The result of your trials in the first, no doubt.
Have you finished? My apologies. I freed myself as soon as I awoke, but rather too late, I see. Now, Elidibus, if you have ceased trading blows, I would trade words with you. I have a theory, you see. One concerning that which you seek to accomplish. It stems from who, or rather what, you truly are. A primal. The ancients created Zodiac to deliver the star from destruction. If the magic that brought him forth is the precursor of what we know as summoning, then Zodiac would have been instilled with a presiding desire. I found it among the records at Anida, and it came as no surprise. Were I faced with the world's destruction, I too would wish for the same. Salvation. I know that you sacrificed yourself to become Zodiac's heart. How you came to be separated from him is less clear. But if you are a fragment of his being, it stands to reason a desire for the world's salvation would drive you. And thus did you seek to inspire the masses to rise up as warriors of light, going so far as to use Ardbert as a symbol of hope.
Correct on all counts. Such is my nature, and such are my methods. I have aided heroes. I have made them. I have even become them. This served not only to strengthen me, but also to facilitate the work of my brothers, such as Emmett Selk, with his penchant for nation building.
Then you will be all too familiar with the fickleness of mankind. We change, we forget, and what little we do remember becomes twisted and fragmented over time. For which reason, you deem us unfit to carry on your legacy. But are you, yourself, free of these foibles? As the last witness of the final days, do you remember everything that was lost? Or even the things you cared about?
Get to the point.
Good question.
A primal is shaped by the hope that fuels it. Even should this hope be something as simple as the world's salvation, it is the collective desire of innumerable disparate souls crying out for deliverance. Having drawn your strength from such a cacophony of voices, can you truly be sure you still speak with your own?
Your question is irrelevant. No matter how much I should change, no matter how much I should forget, I shall ever remember my duty. At times I stand with my brethren. At times I stand against them. All that I might steer mankind and the very star upon their true course. For Elidibus is my name and my mission, guiding my every deed. But enough talk. You have shown me sufficient proof of your might. As I am now, I would struggle to defeat you. Yet I have still to play all of my cards. If I could offer you some semblance of sport, your lessers would pose no threat to me. Would you not agree, warrior of darkness?
Oh, okay. It has been an eventful morning, if indeed it is morning. I have no idea how long I was unconscious. Regardless, I am gratified to see that my efforts at Anator have borne fruit. We have confirmed the nature of our foe and his plot. Now then, what news from the surface? I see. Then let us make for Yulmore at once. We have much to share with our comrades, Elidibus's parting threat not least of all. But forgive me. It would seem my belongings did not accompany me here. I will need to retrieve them from Anator. With luck, the ethereal stream you traversed still lingers. I won't be long. Peculiar crystal. Etched in the stars, a peculiar crystal lies on the capital's polished floor. A peculiar crystal lies on the floor. Upon its surface, an array of lights twinkle like a tiny constellation of stars. Day 4th, bring honor to the seat of the distorted voice of an ancient rings out in your mind, a moment preserved in the crystal, it would seem. You notice something else glinting up ahead. Three of them. You find more crystals lying on the floor, though they differ in color and decoration. Each is identical in shape. You focus on the crystals and find that the words they hold ring clearer than before. Behold, my friends, embraced by the earth and caressed by the wind, vibrant life flourishes, all is right in creation. There can be no greater joy than to use our wisdom for the good of our people, no greater pride. May all know happiness now and forevermore. There do not appear to be any more crystals in the hall. Perhaps it would be wise to continue the search outside. I see more crystals. Let's see if I can get through this quest, and then I may have to call it quits here for this part of 5.3. It's coming up on my dinner time, and my cat is saying, "It's time to be fed, I'm hungry." Your instincts serve you true, and you discover another 2 crystals. As you reach out with your consciousness, new voices begin to echo in your mind. The heavens are ablaze and the land rent asunder. What will become of the world? Is life itself to be denied? Come what may, we must not surrender to despair. If we but hold fast to hope, we may yet find a path to salvation. The voices tell an incomplete tale. Might more remain to be found? There's a blue one there. Blue and a teal, teal one. You soon discovered 2 more crystals, rather too soon, in fact, if someone wanted you to as if someone wanted you to find them. Everything burns, crumbles, decays. I hear the lamentations of my brethren, and soon there will be only silence. We will deliver our star from its doom, this we swear, so please dry your tears. Whatever awaits at the end of your search, it is plain you have yet to find it. Sure enough, your persistence is swiftly rewarded, this time with 3 crystals. The time has come, we shall rewrite the laws of creation, and we shall save our star. From this life, our Savior is born. May I be worthy of the honor. I feel my soul turning slowly but irrevocably, and the power I wield begins to seem terrible, but this is right. It is right. The tale the crystals weave seems to near its end, but it isn't over yet. With almost melancholy inevitably, the 12th crystal soon reveals itself to your questing eye. Though salvation is ours, it came at great sacrifice. All that remains is to pray. To pray that we will one day meet again beneath a blue sky. Judging by its testimony, it would seem the voice was recorded in the wake of the final days. As you scan the area, another glint catches your eye. So this will be 13. Well, we meet again, my new old friend. How good of you to remember. I see you've been collecting stars. I speak of the crystals. They have constellations etched upon them, yes? High in the heavens, those stars shine their guiding light down upon the lives below, fitting as symbols for the convocation of 14. Would you not agree? As you will have gathered, each crystal bears an account of the life of a member of the convocation as remembered by the Unsundered. Lest you worry, they aren't concepts. They are far too incomplete to be so, but they suffice for imbuing memories within sundered souls, that they might be restored to their office. Keep them. I'm sure Emmett Salk wouldn't mind. So how fare you of late? You were shooting with Elidibus this time, I believe. Yep. I shall refrain from passing comment on your struggle. It is not my place to do so, long departed as I am. But if I may voice a personal desire, I would rather you lived. If you do not, how will you remember your promise to Emmett Salk, the promise to remember? It must weigh heavy, the burden of all those memories. To one who has lived a life such as yours, I can well imagine how Elidibus's existence might seem hollow, how empty his single-minded pursuit of a half-forgotten cause must appear. But know that his devotion is not without reason, even if he himself can no longer remember what that reason is. Well, that is quite enough talk about Elidibus. I would see if you can reunite the wayward stars. I mentioned before that there was a member of the Convocation who opposed Zodiac's summoning and defected, one whose office was left vacant. Defectors having been deemed unworthy of commemoration, no crystal exists for the individual in question. Or shouldn't exist at any rate, and wouldn't had a friend not created one in secret. The crystal bearing the forgotten name of his office, along with a magic of his own conceiving, a singular incantation embodying his spirit. Among all the offices, the 14th was the most unusual, for while the rest sat in Amarot, its holder was charged with gaining an intimate knowledge of the wider world. In the course of his duty, he traveled the length and breadth of every land and befriended countless folk. He encountered troubles, too, of course, matters which he could simply have referred to the Convocation, but that was not his way. Nay, more often than not, he would call upon his comrades and together resolve matters themselves. Such is the magic sealed within the crystal, the magic to summon the stars to your side. in time of greatest need, should you wish upon it with all your heart, it will surely answer your call. And now it is where it belongs. Oh, there is no need for thanks, but nor will I hear any complaints about it either. After all, I cannot say whether I act of my own volition or by the will of my recreator.
I was wondering where you'd disappeared to. Is something troubling you? No? Very well. I have everything. Let's hurry back to the surface.
Fresh air at long last. I would celebrate my return to dry land with a pot of tea, had we the luxury of time. But we must be prepared for Elidibus. Given what we know, it is plain he will not be deterred from his course, and nor would I, were I him. Not if it meant forsaking everything I loved. That said, I have not forgotten how MSQ sought to find common ground with us, for all our misgivings. Ultimately, our differences were not to be bridged, of course, but one must always try. MSQ understood this, and if his gesture resonated with you, perhaps you might consider reaching out to his brethren. Though it may be all for naught, you of all people know that there is no such thing as a foregone conclusion. Okay, so with that, I think I'll call it a quits here. My earbuds are starting to complain about losing power, and this feels like a good break point before you go into whatever the hell comes next. If you liked what you saw at any point, please like, share, and subscribe. Give me a follow on YouTube, give me a follow on Twitch, hit the notification bells so you know when I go live, because it is always better live. And with that, I shall see you anon, friends.